power manifestation, the states of consciousness, and the planes, multiple planes, everything. Whatever I shared till now, condensing the whole thing and reviving it as experience, starting from completion, unclutching, power manifestation, the states of consciousness, and the planes, multiple planes, everything. Whatever I shared till now, condensing the whole thing and reviving it as experience, starting from completion, unclutching, power manifestation, the states of consciousness, and the planes, multiple planes, everything.
Yes, Nithyanam. Yes, I think we are discussing about the Tattva Maharaj instance, how he able to come across this having a desire, everything about the Nasa. I think Swamiji also tells many times that he's a Krishna and each one of us. See, when you're reading Bhagavad Gita, you should relate yourself as Arjuna. Because it is not Arjuna's problem, it is every one of our problems here, right? So same way here, it is not Tattva Maharaj's problem. It is each one of the citizens of the world's problem before taking the sannyas. So it is not a, I would say it is not an easy transition, but it is a happy transition. See, when you know that you're going to get success out of each transition, it may be bitter sometime, but it will always end up in a good solution and it will be easy for you. So, is there anything which you felt, Ramnatha Maharaj, it's maybe like, breaking or groundbreaking decision you took before getting into sannyas? It is a kind of easy for you.
While taking decision, it was not, I didn't feel it is a groundbreaking, but after living the life of a sannyas, I really felt that the decision that I took was really good.
Okay.
It really brought a lot of change in my life. If I look back now, the 6 year before, 7 year now. So 7 before what I was, how I felt about myself. It's always like whenever we remember, we have certain ideas about me, about ourselves and how we feel. So how I felt 7 years before and how I feel about myself, that gives me a lot of confidence. I can very confidently say that it was a really good decision that I took. And this transformation that I have experienced, I would have never experienced if I would have continued the same life. I have been living that life for last, let's say, 24 years, 25 years. And I know what I have experienced.
Okay.
And I know in last 7 years what transformation I have experienced.
So 25 plus 7, so you're 32 now. Okay. So yes, I think one of the viewers is asking to the where I can sign up. You can go to the QR code here. Oh, wait, hold on. Cameraman, it's here. It's here. Okay, yeah, thank you. Yes, it is here. You can scan the QR code here and you can sign up the form where you can enroll yourself for Kailasa Rudras. And we are happy to have you in our team, directly trained by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, and get into this lifestyle. See, as both of them explained, I think even for in my life, it is not was an easy transition. Like the cricket example I brought up, it is one of my career, like, kind of dream. And apart from that, I also wanted to evolve myself in the, media industry. So many things I have evolved myself. But so when I told about the media industry, so I look for the heroes in the films. So from maybe from around the year of 15 to maybe like 18, 16, 17. So I was relating to them. At one point, I felt like they are not the real heroes. So I was pursuing myself, how I can be a real hero in this life, right? In the outside world, they will tell, only if you have the villain, you can be a hero, right? So it is not for me here. So I didn't build any villain. See, even if you take the typical, movie, they build the character of villain, so the hero will get the hype. So for me, it is not that way. I was looking for the heroic character in my life, and I want to associate myself as that character. So it was, I think maybe like around by my age of 10 itself, I saw Swamiji, but it is not, I connected myself along with Swamiji as a teaching. But slowly when I evolved, I saw him say, like, as you mentioned, is alive. He's the best solution. Array, he's my real hero. So I thought, okay, let me live with Swamiji. Okay, I thought, okay, whatever I can do, let me come and follow the Swamiji's teachings. Let me be that way. When I get into later at a stage of life, even I get success in few of the dreams I will, maybe in the field of cricket or maybe field of media industry. I slowly started getting into that field. It didn't give me any happiness. At the end of the day, when I close my eyes, I feel like even there is a question mark for me, like, what is our identity? Like each one of us are carry ourselves as one identity, right?
Yes.
So my identity was collapsing every day. Then I thought, like, okay, let me focus on my studies. Let me get a better job. I get into engineering. Is it going to be a biggest identity for me? No, it is not. I collapsed there. Okay, let me be a businessman or well-settled family. Is that going to be helping in my building my identity? No. So it was like conflict for me. Like how each one of us are trying to build our identity, right? It may be either any field. So it was a conflict for me as well. Was building. I tried to build, it's collapsed. But trying to build, it collapsed. So at one point, I fed up in my life. It is not like I went to suicide mode, but I was looking for a solution. Then I saw the real hero, either serving the Hinduism, protecting the Hinduism, or evolving the Sannyas lifestyle, or coming against this persecution. The whole Hindu persecution. There is only one Hindu leader who is still standing now and evolving. And what he made now, the only nation for Hindus. So in every aspects, he built from the scratch against all the oppositions, right? So I felt like, yeah, this is the lifestyle. So I can merge Tattva Maharaj and Ramanatha Maharaj. So I put a strong, what I say, belief. I won't say it's a belief, love, all the kind of mixed. I felt like he is there. Whatever he does, it's best for me. Then I jumped. Even though I had so-called, even many of them are here saying that they have many debts, have to pay all that. Even I honestly tell you, all of you, I had maybe it may ruin my life for maybe 10 years. I have to work for 10 years to settle all those things. I had everything, but I thought I don't want to waste my life in all the stuff. I know it is a responsible. I didn't run up my responsible, but I thought, Swamiji, it should not be a struggle for me taking this jump in my life being a sannyasi. I took it cleared. It is not only cleared, I have built a very strong foundation for me. See, today Kailasa is standing for Hindus. Supreme Court of Hinduism is standing for Kailasa, like Hindus. And we, the Kailasas, Nithyananda, Rudras, are standing for Hinduism. Like standing as a pillar, an identity for Hinduism. What else we want in our life? So it boils down to that, and that is the first trip I took. Whatever happens, he is there for me. He will take care of me. So I jumped. So all the problems, see, for Tattva Maharaj, it is like, I think for Ramanatha Maharaj also, many places, all your problems dissolved before taking sannyas. For me, I jumped in. Everything, one by one, all dropped. So here I'm happily living as a Kailasas, Nithyananda, Rudras, and we as an ecosystem. Like, this very ecosystem is supporting me, and even though we have all the incompletions, the very ecosystem helps us in getting this in each and every day's life. So I don't know what to say. It is a jump. I don't tell everyone to jump directly, because when you have the right understanding about the sannyas, it'll be easy for you to take the decision. Because here not we just saying to jump into some profession which you don't know. Here we have the biggest sailor, the master of the whole world itself with us. So he can train and carve each and every aspect. So tell me, Ramanatha Maharaj, you want to say anything?
See, I wanted to say on the few points. See, some of us may have the external problems, and we think, okay, because to run away from the external problem, take sannyas. Some people may not have external problem, but everyone has internal problem.
Yes.
We do feel identity crisis. Of whatever age we may be, as you said, we all go through that identity crisis. We literally, nobody has taught us how to build our identity. Nobody has given the right identity that we can have, which only Hinduism has and only Swamiji has introduced to all of us. So when we come to Swamiji, he literally introduces the right identities. Even if you say that if you find certain reason that why you should take sannyas, when you take sannyas, those reasons disappear anytime. For me, it used to happen even after taking sannyas. I took sannyas for certain reason, but those disappears after that. Because our reasons or desires are built on the wrong cognitions, we can say, or inadequate cognitions, or just because I borrowed from somewhere. Just for surviving, we keep borrowing things. Like how you said, you do not have identity, so you try out, let me go for education, let me go for business. We keep finding out different solutions so that I can feel the fulfillment within. But we do not know what is going to give me the fulfillment. Same way, many times for sannyas also, you may be thinking. For me, if I say why somebody should take sannyas, just trust on the master. You take it. What is going to be unfolding in your life will be unimaginable. You can never imagine the life of a sannyasi being a grahastha. Any number of possibility that is shown, you can never imagine the life of a sannyasi, the kind of experience, the fulfillment, the joy with the self, living the aparigraha lifestyle and still feeling the richness in the life.
Yes.
You can never feel when you have a lot of luxuries in your life, or even if you have poverty in the outside world, neither the poverty nor the luxury is going to give the joy or the richness that the aparigraha lifestyle gives. So in the sannyas, everywhere, like the kind of life experience Swami is going to give, it's very difficult to explain that. Only as a sannyas you can experience it.
Yes.
And trust on the master, and that only will literally make you successful in the sannyas also.
I think, I think what you're talking about, I was just thinking, many of you, viewers, we feel everyone took sannyas to achieve enlightenment. If you feel that, no, sannyas is not the lifestyle for that. Because being a sannyasi is a living enlightenment. So we live the very essence of enlightenment. It is not like something we achieve in the end of our life. While taking sannyas, we enjoy each and every moment as like living enlightenment in my life. So with that, we coming to the end of today's segment, and I think we have also flooded with the many questions, but due to the time concerns, I will be taking more and more questions, and we're going to have a short break, and we're going to pick up all your questions and we'll answer all your questions now. So stay tuned, and while that break is going on, please scan the QR code here and you can register and enroll yourself for Kailasa's Nithyananda Rudras. So stay tuned. Nithyanandam.
whatever I shared till now, condensing the whole thing and reviving it as experience, starting from completion, unclutching, power manifestation, the states of consciousness and the planes, multiple planes, everything. Whatever I shared till now, condensing the whole thing and reviving it as experience, starting from completion, unclutching, power manifestation, the states of consciousness and the planes, multiple planes, everything. Whatever I shared till now, condensing the whole thing and reviving it as experience, starting from completion, unclutching, power manifestation, the states of consciousness and the planes, multiple planes, everything. Whatever I shared till now, condensing the whole thing and reviving it as experience, starting from completion, unclutching, power manifestation, the states of consciousness and the planes, multiple planes, everything. whatever I shared till now, condensing the whole thing and reviving it as experience, starting from completion, unclutching, power manifestation, the states of consciousness, and the planes, multiple planes, everything.
Yes, Nithyanandam, welcome back. So yes, in the early segment we are discussing about how each one of us in our life have faced multiple problems. It is not each one of our lives; it is the common man's, like citizens of the world's problem. How we have came across and how we actually the very lifestyle of sannyas gave the solution in every aspects. It may be a, like completing about the dreams or like having the experiencing the enlightenment, very enlightenment itself in the very lifestyle. So it all, but even though we have experienced many things, in this segment we're going to have one of the callers. We're going to have a live segment. We're going to discuss about what is even though all these understandings are there, but we feel that even now, even though my problem is something unique. So this segment is for all of you. We're gonna pick up one of your live calls and we're gonna answer the question, like questions you have, and all of the Rudras will be happy to have. And now we'll be having one of the live caller. And yes, Nithyanandam.
Nithyanandam.
Yes, Nithyanandam.
My name is Michael.
Yes. Go ahead.
Okay, I'm from the Netherlands and I am currently in Rishikesh. I'm 53 years old.
Oh, okay.
And I have lived my life fully. I was married. I had a nice house. And I come to the conclusion that none of it was fulfilling. So I decided to become sannyas. In 2017, I went to India to follow the Paramashivoham, 2017, and for the first time I experienced a real guru, which inspired me so much to pursue the lifestyle of sannyas. So I am 53, and I want to know if it is possible at my age to get a training successfully. Yes or no? And could you elaborate on your experiences with older sannyasis?
Yes, I think if I'm right, it's a Michael, right? Michael from Netherlands, right?
Yes.
Yes, first of all, as Kailasa Nithyananda Rudras, welcome you. And the first answer for your question is yes. It's not a small s, Y-E-S, it is a Y-E-S, yes. It's a big yes, because sannyas is for all of us. See, the moment the question itself stated that whole thing, right? You are 53, you had a well-settled family, you had well-settled house, everything is set. But at the end, you understood that it is not fulfilling in life. So the very question itself answered, you are really seeker, and sannyas is the lifestyle which you give, which can give what is missing in your very life. So yes, I think we also have Ramanathananda Maharaj, one of the Kailasas Nithyananda Rudra, who would like to elaborately explain about your question.
Yes. So Michael Wong, Swamiji actually gives equally training to everyone, whether it is a young or old person, and basically understand that age is just a number. If you feel within you that you are young, you are actually young. Okay, and it will no way hinder you in the path of sannyas, and you will be trained. And I have seen many of the old age people who came and took the sannyas. They have been very, very integrated and very active, and they have made a transformation in the life. Especially, the way Swamiji physically trains us through the yoga, Malakhamba, and through that I have seen many old age people also becoming literally young.
Yes.
So continuously they have done the Nityananda yoga and the Malakhamba and the various other physical training that Swamiji has given, and they have experienced that literally young being that young, feeling of young within them, and they have actually actively lived that life of a sannyasi.
Yes, Tattva Maharaj, you took sannyas in
Okay.
13. I think Michael, I have also Tattva Maharaj along with me, who took sannyas at the age of 13. So I would like to, hear, I want you to hear from the experience he had, how the ages doesn't matter, either it may be a young taking a Bala sannyas, or it may be a 80 or 90, even the age is not a matter in sannyas lifestyle. So yes, Tattva Maharaj, go ahead.
Yes, thank you, Maharaj. Nityananda Maya, so nice to have you. Actually, you are our first caller in this show. So really, really, it is a pleasure to speak to you. And actually, answering a question, Premia Maharaj told, so I took sannyas at the age of 12, at 13. And when I saw whether a 12-year-old child, Balasant, sannyasi, or a person who is 60, 70, the amount of training, the amount of love, the amount of the enlightenment experience that Swamiji gives, the enlightenment experience that is showered upon us is exactly the same. And you yourself, there are many older people actually who come, but like I'm not sure if you heard about the story about how in the Zen tradition, when you have a full teacup and when you come to the master and think that you know everything, and you don't allow yourself to be empty, but in this case you have completely been fulfilled with your whole life, and literally you're coming like an empty cup, so for Swamiji to overflow himself inside you. So that is one of the most beautiful aspects of your personal experience, where as the more open you are, the more accepting you are to Swamiji and the whole experience, the whether you are a 12-year-old Balasan sannyasi or a 60, 70-year-old person ready to take sannyas, it is exactly the same. It only depends on how open you are and how much you are ready to just fall in love with sannyas and with Swamiji. So I hope that answers your question, Aya.
It was a wonderful answer. Thank you so much. I'm really inspired, and yes, I am already in love with becoming a Sannyas.
I
Thank
think
you very much.
Yes, I think from Kailasa's Nithyananda Rudras, we make a strong sankalpa that we want to have you in our Kailasa's Nithyananda Rudras and evolve and train as a sannyasi. So, tatastu.
Tathastu.
So yes,
Thank you.
yes. With
Thank
that,
you, sir.
yes,
Thank you, Iron.
yes. Thank you, Mr. Michaelaya, and we want to have you with us and getting into this lifestyle and experience the living enlightenment in this lifestyle. So we wish you quickly, as soon as possible, we would like to have you in our Kailasas Nithyananda Rudras. So with that, we're coming to the end of this segment. And it is actually the very lifestyle of sannyas, it's just enriching. So the amount of love, joy it gives, when one people life got enriched. See, also people will feel sannyas is running away from responsibilities, right? I think 2 days back also one of our Rudra, Kailasas Nithyananda Rudra, Sri Nitya Sarananda Maharaj is saying, I think around 40 years old, he told that the very society project me idea in that, I'm running away from responsibilities. Even if you're outside world, it is a responsibility taking for your whole family, right?
Correct.
But he understood the science, understood the truth that Kailasa is a taking responsibility for the whole world. So it is the very lifestyle of sannyas is dedicated for the humanity.
Correct.
Like the very lifestyle of Supreme Founder of Hinduism, like from the young age, his life is for the people, right? For the people. Even the Kailasa, the very structure of Kailasa itself is for the people. So, as I think 2 days back we had a discussion about what is the secret of Kailasa's energy, the success of Kailasas. It is the strong foundation of sannyasis and Rudras. So the very lifestyle of sannyas and Rudras is for the people. So the amount of joy Mr. Michaelaya has brought in each one of us is, yes, it is the same thing each one of us, each one of you will feel that it is always when you do some help to others, whether they pricing you back or not, you will feel something good inside you. Like that is how the very lifestyle of sannyas is structured. It is go on contributing. It is exactly Swamiji's lifestyle. Whatever this world does, whether it's like will accept me or not, or like they're going to praise me or not, I'm going to dedicate my lifestyle for people. Go on contributing. So that is the very lifestyle of sannyas. So I think we also have one more caller with us. So before getting into the another call, we just want to have a short break. So stay tuned, and we're going to have the one more call from one of our viewer. So before getting into that, I think you can go to the subscribe QR code link here. Okay, so here you can scan and you can enroll yourself, and you are also very well welcome, because I think Tattva Maharaj was saying that many of you are personally messaging each one of us in our social media profile saying that I'm not able to ask the question directly in the social media platform, especially openly in YouTube or Facebook. So we wish all of you to, you can use the QR code here and you can post your questions. We are ready to take your questions as well. So we're going to have a short break. Stay tuned. We'll be back soon. Nithyananda.
Whatever I shared till now, condensing the whole thing and reviving it as experience, starting from completion, unclutching, power manifestation, the states of consciousness, and the planes, multiple planes, everything. Whatever I shared till now, condensing the whole thing and reviving it as experience, starting from completion, unclutching, power manifestation, the states of consciousness, and the planes, multiple planes, everything. Whatever I shared till now, condensing the whole thing and reviving it as experience, starting from completion, unclutching, power manifestation, the states of consciousness, and the planes, multiple planes, everything. whatever I shared till now, condensing the whole thing and reviving it as experience, starting from completion, unclutching, power manifestation, the states of consciousness, and the planes, multiple planes, everything. Whatever I shared till now, condensing the whole thing and reviving it as experience, starting from completion, unclutching, power manifestation, the states of consciousness, and the planes, multiple planes, everything.
Yes, Nithyanandam, welcome back to Kailasa's Nithyananda Rudras. So yes, in the early segment we have seen the one of the question from the Mr. Michaelaya, who have asked about how is it possible for each one of us to take sannyas in, is that age matters? So we have answered the questions, and yes, Nithyanandam, welcome back to Kailasa's Nithyananda Rudras series. So, I think in the last segment we have heard from Mr. Michael, is there any conflict or is there any, the age matters in taking sannyas? So, we have explained very beautifully that age is not a matter in path of sannyas. So, it is always a seeking. The understanding you have about the sannyas and the very lifestyle of sannyas will heal you in every aspect. So, we're going to have one more caller who ready to ask. And yes, Nithyanandam.
Nithyananda.
Yes, Nithyanandam, we can hear you. This is Kailasa's Nithyananda Rudra show. And yes, please introduce yourself.
Yes, my name's Lotus, Lewis Smith. I'm from Wales in the UK.
Uh-huh.
I've been residing in Mount Shasta for the last 4 years.
Okay, that's wonderful. Uh-huh.
I've been doing deep completion here home in Wales, and looking to be Sannyas.
Oh, okay, wonderful, wonderful, Lewis Smith. And do you have any questions for our Rudras? Like, yes, we have heard that you're doing completion and you want to take the sannyas. Do you have any, like, feeling any conflict in taking this decision, or like you want to explore more about sannyas? What do you want to do?
So here in Wales, I haven't met a sannyas from the Nithyananda Sangha. I've been speaking over the phone to many. My question is, what would you say to someone that's eagerly wanting to be sannyas? And I believe and see and have watched many videos, and nearly all the videos on sannyas on YouTube, but still haven't made my way to be sannyas, to declare sannyas as of yet. What would you say to someone that is highly excited to be sannyas?
Actually,
is currently going through the completion process? but is still stuck in their current, not stuck, but still in their current world. I would say I'm very much in the Maya matrix right now,
Okay.
looking to leave the Maya matrix. What would you say to someone that's in looking to be sannyas, that is in the matrix?
Yes, that's actually a wonderful.
I don't know if that question comes through.
Yes,
Yes,
yes, we got the question. And first of all, we welcome you to this beautiful show, Kailasa Nithyananda Rudras. And so, to answer your question, what would we say to someone who is eagerly wanting to take sannyas, who is currently in the Maya matrix? So, I think the first thing that comes is to have that will persistence and just jump many times. For the in especially in the Maya matrix, there are so many factors, and the Maya really tests you to actually take sannyas. So whether it can be financial hurdles, it can be hurdles in relationship, it can be hurdles, just maybe you just wake up one day and you suddenly think, really, is sannyas actually the decision for me? So continuously there are hurdles that Maya shows you, and the real thing that I can say is pure will persistence. Having the straight goal for sannyas and being with Swamiji and not allowing any incompletion. It's like Swamiji beautifully says in the story of all the spiritual saints and the Nayanmars, how the only goal that they had is to be the devotee of Paramashiva. So whether it is even the king, if the king comes in front of the Nayanmar, he will not even think about the king. He will stand strong to his devotion to Paramashiva, his devotion, chastity of being a Rudra. So that is the same, I would say, advice that I would give to someone who is eagerly wanting sannyas in the Maya matrix, to have that will persistence and as soon as possible jump. And of course we have the beautiful apat sannyas that Swamiji and from Bhagavan Shankaracharya, the who began the tradition of apat sannyas all the way till our beloved Swamiji, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, who revived the tradition of apat sannyas, to take up apat sannyas, and so that when you adorn the sacred kavi, the kashaya vastra, the orange dress, it gives some kind of powerfulness inside you which you cannot explain. So just imagine seeing someone maybe in a jeans pant or with a coat and suit, but compared to someone who's wearing the traditional royal dress of sannyas. So just by adorning the orange dress, it might just seem like a small dress, but it is literally, it brings you that powerfulness which you can keep and completely solidifies the will persistence that you have and your decision to take sannyas. So yes, that's what I would advise, and we would advise to you, Aya.
Yes, I think I think Lewis Smith was asking, like, what is the exact thing which can inspire who is wanting to take sannyas. As Tattva Maharaj was explaining about the will persistence, even Bhagavan, Supreme Point of Hinduism, said every aspect in your life, if you want to get success, it is through the will persistence. It is not through the willpower. Like, it can be like, manifesting wealth in the life, or maybe manifesting health in our life, or taking the very sannyas, the very lifestyle of sannyas. It's also, Swamiji very beautifully says, it is not the willpower of Ganga which penetrates or breaks the Himalayas. It is the will persistence. See, if you take the very flow of the river, it is not the first day the raindrops comes, it made the river pathway. It is a continuous will persistence, right? So many comes, rain may come, drought may come. It is a continuous will persistence of the rain and the water, the Ganga, which able to penetrate and break the Himalayas. The same way here. See, we may feel like, okay, I decided I want to become a sannyasi, and sitting with that, you may have a strong willpower. But if you doesn't have the will persistence, because life will give you, because the very Paramashiva will do the, all the dramas, right? So he will do all the thing. It is like, he will give you, he will give the rope to the end, he will give to test. So because it is a Leela of Paramashiva. So enjoy the Leela. From our side, hold the will persistence again and again, even though hurdles comes. When you decide that this is ultimate, whatever happens, I'm going to have the will persistence. Through the will persistence, you're able to reach Kailasa and ultimately the living enlightenment itself. Yes, Ramanatha Maharaj, you want to add anything?
Yes, I want to say, as Aya is saying, he has been sincerely eager to take sannyas. No, I'll give a very simple example. If we are hungry, okay, we do not ask the questions that what should I do. We just know what I have to do next. Either you go buy the food and eat, go cook and eat. We just do. See, in the same way, I would like to say here that it's just a simple decision that you need to take. Just book the ticket and come to Adi Kailas. That's a very simple. Just make the simple decision. It's just a simple decision that you need to do. Book the ticket and come to Adi Kailas.
Yes, Liz, I think the Rudras have explained, I think answered, I think hope you heard the answer, right?
Yes.
Okay, you want to say anything?
The only words I have to say is done. I'm gonna book the ticket.
Okay, I think soon, yeah, we would like to hear from you. Like, we would like to see you in Adi Kailasha, the next point where you can really get into this sannyas lifestyle. Because as I think once you saw the show before, it is each one of us has shared. It is the one jump we took in our life. Just the way the sannyas, Swamiji's training, it took away from all the struggles we faced in our life, all that stuff. So it is the sudden jump, the decision you have that will make you really, really successful in your lives. So yes, thank you, Lewis Smith, for joining us today. And we'll be having more questions. I think few of us have asked where we can ask the questions. Down here, you can see the WhatsApp number. You can ping on the WhatsApp numbers, and also you can call on the WhatsApp numbers. We're ready to have you in the call. So, but unfortunately, as the time comes in, we're going to end up this show today. And yes, once again, you can go to the QR code here and you can sign up for Kailasa Nithyananda Rudras. And we are ready to have you as part of the ecosystem and this very lifestyle of sannyas. So with that, we're coming to the end of the segment. And thank you for all of you tuning with us today. And we like to hear from you more and more because this show is for you. So with that, we'll be ending this today's segment with a Purna mantra. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudashyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Tat Sat. Sarvam Bhagavat Sri Nithyananda Paramashivam Padukarpanamastu. Om Nithyanandam. Yes, Nithyanandam. Thank you everyone.
Thank you, everyone.
We run the free ride cause we don't need no gas, yeah. We be high on life, flying on prana. A little busy so we move a little faster. Ask what you want, we got the copper rickshaw. We the favorite, we cosmic inherited. Yes, you came down to share it. Just pull yourself out of the matrix. Rule number 1, claim Paramashivoham, and that's it. Lights on, flame is lit. Trust.
Whatever I shared till now, condensing the whole thing and reviving it as experience, starting from completion, unclutching, power manifestation, the states of consciousness and the planes, multiple planes, everything.